What is up, Zinger Nation? Welcome back to Moon or Bust, your home for all things altcoins and DeFi. My name is Logan Ross, and I am joined by the DeFi developer himself, Brian Moir. How you doing today, Brian?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Let's bring the energy today. I'm hyped. It's going to be a great show. First time doing live trading, and we cannot get started without Liquidation Nation himself, Ryan McNamara. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today?
I'm okay. Got negative 17 cents in my Bybit account.
Oh, shit, man. That is
better,
rough.
Hey, that's
well,
not
I hope you make those 17 cents back. I will be praying for you. Let's get F's in the chat for Ryan's negative 17 cents on Bybit. This poor guy. All right, so we have a great show for you today. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff in DeFi. We're going to be showing you guys how to use DEXs, how to use decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and PancakeSwap. We're doing that live on air. CNBC could never. And so please drop a like if you are excited. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys want to see us swapping to and from. And any questions you have along the way, we'd be happy to help you. This show is for you guys. We do this for you to spread the crypto knowledge and the DeFi knowledge. So make sure you smash the like button for the algorithm so anyone else who is interested in the space can find this content. And also, we have a brand new Benzinga crypto channel. So if you are interested in just crypto channel or just crypto content, but you're you get too much stock stuff from the rest of the operation here at Benzinga, we have a channel just for you. It is, I believe, the first link in the description. So go take 2 seconds right now. I'll wait for 2 seconds. Go open up the first link, open in a new tab, subscribe, and then close it and come right back. We are trying to grow that channel really quickly. It just started a week ago. We've already got 100 subs. We are trying to beat out the main channel. It's going to be a huge competition. We have 100K of catching up to do, so we need your help. And also follow us on Twitter. Our handles are in our names right here on the screen. And we'd be happy to help you with any DeFi questions you have or altcoins you want us to look at. We always will look at your altcoins on the Moon or Bust segment, which we'll be doing towards the end of the show. But if we don't get to you or you just have some more broad questions that we don't get to, drop them in the chat first and then send them to us on Twitter if we don't get to them. We'll be happy to help you over there. The crypto market today is bouncing back a little bit. We have ETH. We got ETH. Let's see. Let me pull up my coin market cap. All right. Let's see. We have Bitcoin at 36,600, ETH at 2.6K, BNB is at 376, Cardano's at 162, Dogecoin's at 34 cents, and you'll never guess, USDC is at $1. Holy shit, that is some crazy price action. What have you guys been following along? What have you guys been watching lately? Anything on the move?
I was watching Baby Shark since we had so much
that was awesome
about it yesterday, and I got in on it, and I like it. It's a good one. It's a solid one. We'll be having them on the show very soon, I think next week.
Hell yeah, that is exciting. If you guys missed it on Twitter, we had some crazy interaction with the Baby Shark community. Same with the UltraSafe community and the Nothing Coin community. So go check us out on go check out our Twitters and be a part of that action. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, Ryan, what are you looking at lately?
We got Filecoin doing well. I've been tracking that on Coinbase.
Nice.
We got VeChain doing okay. And then also Polygon. Polygon's been interesting lately. It's still dipped, but it's up 7% today, so that's looking bullish. Other than that, I've just been keeping track of what's in my portfolio. As some of you guys know, probably Uniswap is a big position I'm in, as well as Ethereum, so I've been tracking those. Both of those are looking good today. Uniswap's up 9%, Ethereum is up 7.5%, so I'm feeling good.
Hell yeah, and you mentioned Polygon was up 7% today. I bought in this morning. I picked up a pretty big position in Polygon this morning, and I also picked up a little bit of a position in Aave this morning as well. So I am looking to really accumulate my DeFi coin stack going into the rest of the year, going into Q3, Q4. I think that we'll see some huge gains on those, and now is a great time to buy. So let's talk about the market in general right now. We saw some downward momentum the past couple of days, and it has bounced back. I know a lot of people on crypto Twitter are thinking that we could have had our 5th leg down already, and it was just abbreviated. It was short. And now we might be able to start making start getting back into the bullish territory soon. But there's always the possibility that some bad news comes out. Elon fucks with us again and it crashes. But I think I'm gonna start accumulating at this point. I've been cautious for the past couple weeks, but I think now is the time where I'm gonna start moving in a little bit of my stack out of USD into these DeFi coins that we've been covering for the past couple of weeks. So go to that Benzinga crypto channel if you want to find all the clips from our past couple of weeks of shows, see all of our picks, all the coins we talked about. And if you have a question about a coin, we've likely already covered it and you can find it there. But what do you guys think, Ryan? I know we saw that El Salvador added Bitcoin as officially legal tender today. So guess what that means? Tesla has to take Bitcoin in El Salvador, right? So that is huge. That is like a very huge historical milestone in my opinion. And it's just the start of it. We've already seen a huge wave of South American countries following suit. And I think that it's only a matter of time before we start seeing some really big developed countries also adding it as legal tender. And it's sweet that it's Bitcoin, not some other their own centralized coin that they're pushing. So Ryan, what's your take on the market right now? Are you going to start accumulating?
Yeah, I am actually. So that news, like you said, is very bullish in my opinion. As some of you guys know who have been following the show, we've all been pretty bearish on the markets for the past few weeks. But now seeing things kind of turn around, I am kind of swapping my idea here to be bullish. It's very interesting to see where Bitcoin's going. I mean, at 36.6, we could still see another leg down, but I think that we've already seen the bulk of the movement downwards. We saw it go down really fast in a matter of just a couple days, and then we've kind of leveled out and we've even come up some. So I'm bullish on the market right now.
Awesome, Brian. Are you accumulating?
Yeah. While we were just talking, I actually bought some Matic and ADA before I forgot.
Awesome.
I sent some BNB over to my MetaMask. But yeah, I think it's we're about to see the turn. I mean, Bitcoin went from around 32 to 36 today. So I don't know if that's exact numbers, but it was around there.
Yeah, it was around there.
I think we're going to see a pretty good run coming. I think we talked about it probably a couple weeks ago where Bitcoin was we'll see another dip. We'll see another maybe even below 30K. And I think that we're at that point now. I think now time it's going to start climbing up.
Yep. I think we might be right on target there. We will find out in a couple of weeks. We'll probably be referencing this video when we were right. But we got a comment from Ed Miles, the homie Ed in the chat who has been around for so long, so many episodes. Shout out Ed. He says, what's up with people saying ADA is going to do ETH numbers? I'm not sure what exactly you mean by that, but if you think the price of a single ADA token is going to go anywhere near 2,600, I wouldn't count on that. But if we're talking market cap, we have to keep in mind that Cardano was created a market cycle after Ethereum. So Bitcoin came in 2009, Ethereum in 2013, and Cardano in 2015. So it is a market cycle behind. For it to reach those numbers of Ethereum, I think it's going to take maybe 4 or 5 years. If it is able to stick around that long, I see Ethereum switching over to proof of stake and really erasing a lot of Cardano's market eating potential. They don't have smart contracts yet, so it's really a race to see whether Ethereum can add proof of stake or Cardano could add smart contracts first. So there's really not even a DeFi ecosystem on Cardano right now. Whereas if you count the total market cap of ETH and all the tokens on it, like all the ETH-based tokens that are in this DeFi ecosystem, I mean, it's probably, don't quote me on this, but it's probably getting close to Bitcoin market cap. So I know you guys might have some feelings about Cardano. Brian, you just said you added some. What made you add Cardano? Just the price it's at right now?
Yeah, I mean, well, anything. I wish I would have held. I've had it for a while. I wish I would have held on to it before it was when it was at that dollar mark. But I sold it and then I got back in. I think that ADA is going to do some pretty big numbers. I saw somebody in the chat said ADA will do 10 this year, and I believe it. ADA and Polygon Matic are two of my best two of my favorite crypto projects for
Same.
longevity and viability, because both of those coins are going to be huge players in the future of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. I think that
Totally.
I think I don't know when it would hit 2000, and it's a lot more than just someone saying it's going to hit 2000 or Ethereum numbers, but the market cap could be there. I mean, in a couple of years, we could see some significant numbers.
For sure.
I think that Cardano will beat the returns of Ethereum this year. That being said, though, a lot of the driving factors for Ethereum's prices, like Logan said, it revolves around DeFi. A lot of this Ethereum's locked up in different smart contracts, so that limits the supply that can be sold. So we could see Ethereum beat out ADA. I think that ADA won't be flipping Ethereum anytime soon, but I do think that the returns for Cardano could be better than Ethereum over this market cycle.
Yeah, we have seen diminishing returns for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for each market cycle. Each market cycle, the potential possible total return gets a little bit lower. It diminishes each time. So Cardano, being a market cycle behind, has the potential for a higher ROI through the end of this bull run here. Daniel, I agree. I don't think $10 is out of the cards for this market cycle. And with that, I want to turn to another comment. WK Harris says, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the government getting back some of the Bitcoin that Colonial paid out, especially if the government keeps doing that with the other high-profile companies that pay. So if you guys didn't hear the news, what happened the other day was there was some ransom Bitcoin that was paid out. The government got their hands on it. We don't exactly know how. So there's a lot of speculation saying that, the government has this secret quantum computer that can decrypt the SHA-256 hashing algorithm that can break SHA-256. So, obviously no one knows for sure, but I think this is a little bit silly, a little bit ridiculous. If the government could break SHA-256, they would not expose it for a couple $1,000s worth of Bitcoin. No way, no chance, no how. Anyone saying that they broke SHA-256 for this is silly. They're fooling themselves. They don't know enough about hashing. They don't know enough about the security of it. If you think they have a quantum computer that can break 256 bits, you're wrong. They can break maybe 2 or 3 bits so far with the most advanced quantum computers and the most advanced factoring algorithms that are the most advanced quantum factoring algorithms. There's not a chance that this is what happened. So this is just a lot of FUD that's being spread around Twitter, around the media. But as a person who studies computer science currently, I don't think this is possible, and I'm fairly certain on it. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on this.
Would you be able to see the on-chain data to see like how the government was able to get this?
That is a good question. I'm not sure.
I think if they use quantum computing, you'd be able to tell in some way within like blockchain data.
Yeah, exactly. They'd basically have to break a block, right? They'd have to break a block essentially, which we would be able to tell. So yeah. We can try to cover this more in the future, but I kind of dismissed it because I think it's just it's a bunch of malarkey in my opinion. Brian, did you see it? Do you have any thoughts on this?
Sorry, I heard my dogs getting into something they shouldn't have been, so I had to go stop them.
No, it's all good. We were just talking about how some people think that the government has a secret quantum computer that can break SHA-256.
No, I mean, maybe, but I highly doubt that. I'm not going to say no definitively, but
right.
If they did, they'd already have something implemented to stop all of this because they can't. I don't know how they're going to regulate crypto soon. And I think that within the next couple months to a year, there's going to be a huge change in these DeFi tokens and these ICOs, which not really ICOs, but IDOs and initial DEX listings and stuff like that. But who knows? I don't think that they have a way to decrypt any of these things yet, or else they would already be on it. They have some,
exactly.
not full on. Can't take down crypto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And we can look into this more and give you some more possible alternative theories next time. But yeah, that's all I have to say on this matter. It is a very interesting topic and something that will be really, really cool to see what happens with the future of quantum computing. But yeah, right now it's so far off that I'm not concerned about it. Yeah, WK, you're welcome. We're happy to talk about all this kind of stuff. Like we said before, this show is for you guys.
Someone brought up Chia, which is a pretty cool
Mhm.
project and kind of goes with the data center and
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean we can go over it a little bit.
All right, will you give us a breakdown of Chia?
From what I know, so I read their white paper not too long ago, and from what I know, it's supposed to be a easier on your computer type of almost Ethereum or Bitcoin. So you you do plots, and you mine coins by giving you make a grid on your computer, and you give each grid a decrypted or encrypted little plot of data, and you use old hard drives in order to use the data, in order for them to mine. Kind of like instead of using a GPU or CPU, you're using hard drives and disk space. So that's
right.
It's much easier, and there's a huge influx of people buying hard drives in order to like in China and other places where they had to kind of they ran out of hard drives because you don't want an SSD because it goes. I'm not sure why, but I know that hard drives work a lot better than SSDs because there's a lot more space and it takes a lot less energy to
right, cost efficiency probably.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get at. Cost efficiency, not energy. But it's a pretty cool project. It's really taken over everywhere. I think that it will be a kind of a contender down the line. I don't know too much about it besides what I said. I just think it's a really interesting project.
And WK Harris points out that Bram Cohen is the one behind it. He's the one that created BitTorrent, which is another extremely successful cryptocurrency. So that will definitely be one that we will be keeping our eyes on through the future of this show. But yes, so this is, he also said SSDs have less write endurance when creating these huge plots. So that's been causing the price of SSDs and hard drives to go through the roof. That is very interesting. And I'm sure the shortage, the microchip shortage has not helped that at all. Not that there's a microchip in the hard drive, but you get the idea.
Well, silicone shortage. Yeah, but yeah,
exactly. So that is a little bit of our crypto news and market update combined into one. I am loving all these comments and interactions we're getting today. These are some really cool topics, but we are going to get into our live trading as promised. First time on Moon or Bust, we will be doing live trading on decentralized exchanges. So I am going to share my screen and we're going to get started on Uniswap. So let me throw it up. Ryan, will you talk to us about Uniswap?
Sure. So Uniswap's the leading decentralized exchange on Ethereum's network. So instead of using a centralized exchange like Coinbase or eToro or Gemini, users can use decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and SushiSwap. And they differ because it's actually just made through smart contracts that are on Ethereum's network. So you don't need to make an account or anything. You just connect your cryptocurrency wallet and you're good to go. The code does the rest, and you can just swap any ERC20 tokens for other ERC20 tokens.
Exactly. And so here I am signed in through my ETH MetaMask wallet. Sorry, Ryan, continue.
I was just going to point out the way they get liquidity is through their users. So users stake liquidity on the platform for people to trade with instead of having centralized order books. Yeah,
exactly. So here are the pools. I think today I'm going to show you guys how to get some Shiba Inu coin. You know, it's a cool token. I'm not going to make a stance on whether I'm bullish or bearish on it right now, but I think that a lot of people are interested in seeing how they can get their hands on it. So to provide the most value for my audience, I will be purchasing some Shiba Inu coin. So if I'm going to look, I'll look up Shiba Inu right here. Oh, man.
Don't lose it.
Come on, Mom. Stop texting me. I'm doing a show, Mom. Come on. Come on, Mom. Okay, so here's the Shiba Inu ETH liquidity pool that decentralized DeFi actors across the web are adding liquidity to. I know that Ryan is one of them, not for this Shiba ETH pool, but for the Uni ETH pool, right, Ryan?
Yep.
And so you have entered liquidity into these pools that other people can tap into for this small fee. So there's a 1% fee pool, there's a 3% fee pool, 0.3% fee pool, and there's a 0.1% fee pool. I will be using, I think, the 0.3% fee pool. But anyways, so let's go. So I don't think Shiba will be on this list. I'm probably going to have to do it manually. Oh, is this it right here?
Yeah.
Shiba Inu. Okay, cool. So I'm going to import it. And then I have my MetaMask wallet connected right here. I have some ETH in here. I have some DAI. I have some Uni. And so let's see. I'll maybe put a 0.001. How much is that? $25. All right.
Boom.
Just for you guys, I am buying $25 of shitcoins. Maybe I'll make some money. You never know. You never know. Get a better price on V2. What am I on right now?
Yeah, I'd say with when we can even. So for PancakeSwap, what I'll do too is if enough people tell me what token to get, if everyone agrees, if we get like multiple, tell me what to get and I'll buy it right now as well.
Mom said, don't buy Shiba. Don't do it.
I have like 10 million of those on KuCoin.
She's always looking out for me. You have 10 million of what?
Shiba.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so we have an $8 swap fee, which is really, really low compared to what we've seen a lot of times. I mean, I've seen swap fees that are up to like $100 at some points. So I'm happy to pay $8 for this liquidity. And let's see, I'm gonna add SHIB to my MetaMask now. Boom, close. The transaction has been submitted to the blockchain. And just like that, you can get your hands on some of these DeFi tokens that you see popping off like crazy, but they aren't listed on Coinbase. They aren't listed on any of these centralized exchanges. So you will need to go to the decentralized exchanges, the DEXs, if you want to get them. All right. So my swap was confirmed. I'll just pull it up in Etherscan so you guys can see here. So here we have all the information about the swap. SHIB on Uniswap V2. This is the amount. Here's my gas price. All this cool information. And I'll hop back into my MetaMask. And boom, just like that, it's already at $26. This is a great idea. Great investment, guys. You should all buy Shiba Inu. No, I'm just kidding. This is not investment advice. We are just teaching you how to get your hands on these coins. So that's it for Uniswap. Brian, do you have anything that you want to go over about Uniswap that's a little bit more complicated than maybe just a basic swap?
We could go into concentrated liquidity if you want. We could talk about governance, but other than that, no, not really.
Okay, so one comment before we do that. Daniel points out that was almost a 50% fee. Yes, that's true. But if I was swapping like $1 million, then it would have been the same $8. So it's just a flat rate. It has priced out a lot of people though and sent them over to PancakeSwap, which is where we'll be going next. Brian will be showing us how he uses PancakeSwap. And how you can use PancakeSwap for a lot lower fees if you are looking to get into those Binance Smart Chain coins. You know, it's a lot of people make the complaint that the ETH gas prices are too high. They're too damn high. This is not practical. But the gas prices are based on supply and demand. Okay, so there's a supply on the network, which is a little bit low, but will be increasing. And there's also demand for the network, which is super, super high. And that should speak for itself. Everyone wants to use the Ethereum blockchain. And that is why the fees are so high. As soon as they're scaling, there's layer 2. It will be much lower, right? Instead of getting into that concentrated liquidity today, I think maybe we do a little bit more on Aave. I mean, we talked about it yesterday.
That makes sense.
It's a good project. I mean, it's worth going over again and again and again.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm gonna enter the app here. And Brian or Ryan, will you give us a little rundown on Aave while I'm getting connected?
Hit it, Ryan. Hit him
Sure.
with it.
So Aave is basically seen as the world's bank for cryptocurrency. It's very similar to Uniswap in the sense that it's just ran by smart contracts. And I read a really interesting statistic on Aave the other day. They do about a quarter of the transaction volume that Deutsche Bank does, and they only have about a dozen employees because all this stuff is done through code. So Deutsche Bank has thousands of employees, and they're doing about 4 times the volume of Aave right now. And Aave is pretty new. I'm pretty sure the token came out last year. They already have like $20 billion on the platform, which is just insane. And basically, how it works is you deposit your crypto onto your MetaMask, then you can use your MetaMask to connect to Aave, and then you can they're basically all just different cryptocurrency savings accounts, and then you can earn different amounts of interest. And right now you can earn extra interest paid in Polygon because they implemented Polygon on their website. And for those of you who don't know what Polygon is, it's just a layer 2 solution, and layer 2 solutions help out with gas fees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so here we can see the Aave market on the Polygon network, and you can see these extra bonuses that they're giving out. We will show how to bridge your assets over to Polygon in a separate episode, especially if you guys want to see that. Yeah, if we have a thing here. If you swap through Polygon, it would be cheaper. Nick, you're totally correct. We will do that in another episode. But for now, we're just going to stick to the basics, keep it simple, and just show the regular layer 1 Aave. So let's see. What should I deposit if I want to earn some interest? If I want to earn some yield on my cryptocurrency that's just sitting there, what should I put it on? Let's see. I can get 14% for Balancer right now. That's pretty good. All right, so let's do that, right? So we'll go through the whole process. So I have some ETH, want to get some Balancer. I'll get another 0.0. I'll get 0.02 this time. Insufficient liquidity. What is that? Oh, okay, never mind. Get a better price on V3. Sure, why not? So I will complete this swap here. $9 for the swap fee. Add it to my MetaMask. It is pending. We will close out these other tabs right here. Alrighty, let's see. All right, it looks like the swap has completed. So now I will go down into where to go? Balancer right here. And I will deposit max, continue, approve. $3 in gas fees. And I'm not sure exactly how long this will take. We might have to come back to it, but hopefully, not too long at all. We'll deposit the Aave. That will take a $15 gas fee. That's a little bit heavier. And then I will be earning interest on my 2 Balancer, $50, and I'll be earning interest at a 14% yield. That is crazy. No bank could ever do that. No bank compared to that. You'll see a lot higher yields in some yield farming applications and some other places in crypto. But I often think those are too good to be true. If you're on Aave, you know that what you're getting is going to be legit. It's going to be pretty stable, and you're not going to get pulled, or you're not going to be earning tokens that will become very quickly worthless. So I think I'll be earning in Balancer here. Does that sound right, guys?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Checks out.
That'll work.
Okay, so let's get some. What do you think of buying Aave straight up on Coinbase as a speculation investment? So this is not investment advice, but I bought some Aave this morning. I am very bullish on it. I think that more and more people are going to come to the platform when they get into DeFi. They have a huge platform already, and if you didn't see, there's a stupid amount of money that's locked in Aave right now. Something like $10 billion. Where'd it go?
I think it's like 21 billion.
It's $21 billion, yeah.
Is it 20 or is it 12?
21. 100,000
That's
million.
Aave V2. I think over all the different platforms on Aave, it's probably 21 billion.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So
the
let's see.
market size is 12. Yeah, you're right. But
Okay, so on the Polygon version of Aave, there's 7.7 billion locked. That's crazy. On the regular version, there's 12.7 billion locked. That is stupid. Ryan, what'd you say? That's a quarter of Deutsche's volume?
I don't think it's based on the total value locked. I think it's based on the transactions on the website and like the
On the
money moving
transaction
around,
volume.
the loans issued and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Fast Eddie, what do you think of buying Aave as a straight up investment on Coinbase? I like it a lot. I like the Kronk, the crypto. And Ed Miles goes, what is the drawback of Aave? Why wouldn't I stick all my long-term huddles into Aave? You should.
yeah, there's nothing stopping you. It's just it's all about where you want your money to go. I mean, it can sit in Coinbase, it can sit in one of your wallets, you can stake it. It's all personal preference. There's not really any downside. I mean, it could technically these can be a little risky, but Aave is pretty solid, and you'll be fine if you're okay with long-term investing and holding all your coins and not really getting in and out. Yeah, I'd highly suggest using Aave.
Yeah, if you're not earning, go ahead, go for it, Ryan.
Yeah, the one drawback I see with Aave is your coins just become a little bit less liquid. I mean, there's no minimum lockup times like there are with normal banks most of the time. So you can take out your money whenever you want, but you do have to pay those gas fees. You have to wait for the confirmation, then you have to swap either through Uniswap or send it back to your Coinbase to sell it. So it's a little bit harder than just holding on to it, but it's well worth it in my opinion. Especially the long-term hodl.
Yeah, for all the long-term hodls, you can be earning some mad interest on them with relatively low risk. They can either sit in your Coinbase or they can sit in a smart contract. It's really up to you. One is not necessarily safer than the other. I'd say cold storage is probably safer because it's the safest. But I'd say this is relatively safe. Always make sure to do your own research before putting any large amounts of your own money in there. Don't want to be held responsible. But yeah, here we can see the dashboard on Aave now. So I have my deposit composition is 50, is like 100%, is 100% balancer. I have 2 tokens in there, and there were $52. I'm earning 14.13%. And I could also borrow crypto from here, but I would have to over collateralize it because it is completely anonymous. That is just how blockchain loans are going at this point. Maybe we'll see something new in the future. But yeah, that is I think that's all that we should show for the DeFi ecosystem on Ethereum today. Thank you guys so much for all this interaction in the comments. I'm loving it. Make sure you smash the like button if you feel like you're getting some value from this. We'd really appreciate it, and it will show this content to other people who are interested in it. If you drop a like, and we'd appreciate it a lot. If you also subscribe to the Benzinga Crypto YouTube channel, all these clips will end up on there. So if you want to go back and see how we did it again, we will have a clip of this for you on that channel. Yeah, so let me pull off my screen. And do you guys want to go into PancakeSwap now?
Yeah, it's up to you. I'm down for whatever. We're on one of those loosey goosey kind of episodes. So,
yeah. Logan, do you have any BNB in your wallet or no?
I can check, but I'm pretty sure that it hasn't transferred over yet.
Okay.
That was taking a while, but I can try to transfer it. Brian, do you want to share your screen and just assume that mine hasn't worked yet?
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know what PancakeSwap is, it's basically exactly the same as Uniswap, but it's on Binance Smart Chain instead of Ethereum. It's not exactly the same. It is a fork, so a lot of the code is the same, but PancakeSwap has added a lot of new features. It's kind of more gamified. There's more fun things to do on it than Uniswap. Uniswap's mostly just for either providing liquidity or trading. As you can see on PancakeSwap, there's a lottery, there's collectibles, there's a few different fun things you can do in your spare time on PancakeSwap if you're bored. And if we have some extra time at the end of the episode, we'll probably go into a couple of those and try them out.
Yeah, I before we did the episode, I did the prediction one, and I bet that BNB would go up in a 5-minute interval. And look, I actually won. So
nice.
That. I won $8.
Wow. How much did you have to risk for that?
I'm on the wrong. Hold on a second.
Brian, how much did you have to gamble to win the $8?
I think I put in like $10. Well, no, I put in 4 because it was 2 times whatever. I can show you in a second. I'm not. I put in 0.018 BNB.
Okay, so yeah, this is not the same swapping thing that we were going over on Uniswap. This is an additional feature on PancakeSwap that allows you to essentially gamble on whether a certain currency will close a given 5-minute candle green or red. So it is more or less just gambling, but you can also do this on PancakeSwap. Some cool features over here that you cannot use on Uniswap. But there are also features on Uniswap that you can't get on PancakeSwap, like concentrated liquidity. So,
well, why don't you guys give me like 2 or 3 tokens that are BEP20 tokens, and we'll check them out.
How about SafeMoon?
SafeMoon? Oh, freaking SafeMoon.
Yo, I put your laptop and notebook on the desk right there. On the Aaron's desk, right next to Bree.
He's not muted.
Why'd you kick me out? I'm sorry.
SafeMoon.
So Brian,
I don't really want
is already connected here, but you have to switch from the Ethereum network to Binance network when you want to use PancakeSwap.
Yeah, so I kind of forgot to. I did it earlier, but I didn't explain what I was doing. So I was on the Ethereum network before I switched over to PancakeSwap, and so you just have to go into your MetaMask, and you also have to set this up. So it's not instant. The only things that come on MetaMask right now are the colored ones. So the Ethereum mainnet and the rest are Ethereum testnets, which all serve different purposes, and we don't really need to go into that. But the main one you're going to use if you're on Uniswap, the only one you're going to use on Uniswap would be Ethereum mainnet, and for PancakeSwap would be the Binance Smart mainnet.
So Brian, how do we add these networks to our MetaMask? Like I know that on the Polygon network, for example, like if you go on SushiSwap and try to go over to the Polygon network, it automatically add it to your MetaMask. Does PancakeSwap automatically add the Binance Smart Chain to your MetaMask, or do you have to do it manually?
Now it does. If you don't have it already connected, now it will. And this is kind of a newer feature. And most sites, now that MetaMask has been developed a lot more and a community has kind of helped build it to what it is, it will almost seamlessly connect to whatever website. Like, check this out. So if I go back over to Uniswap and want to connect over there, it's going to automatically switch me over. Okay, well, I was wrong. Usually it does. So, okay, so there. This is it won't automatically do it, but most of the time it will. Now that it did that, and if I go back,
can you just open up your MetaMask right there to show everyone how who doesn't know how you can switch between networks?
Yeah, if you're on your browser, you go into your MetaMask pull down menu, and then go to the Binance Smart mainnet.
Is it on your screen right now, Brian? I can't see it.
I don't think it's going to show because of privacy. It's not going to show my.
Oh, gotcha.
I just realized that. So because it's not going to show my balances or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But maybe we can pull up.
No, that's fine. How do you set it to be private like that? I've never seen that.
I think it's just an Apple computer thing.
Oh, interesting.
Like my system preferences. So I can go in and share that, but as of right now, it's not going to show it on. I didn't even realize that until now. But yeah, if I click on it, it won't show. Okay.
So Dylan Bennett wants you to stake your cake in a pool. Could we show everyone how we could do this?
Yeah, I need to buy some cake first.
All right, let's do it. So first step is just like what we showed on Uniswap. We're going to be tapping into these liquidity pools to swap from BNB token, which is the native asset of the Binance Smart Chain, into Cake, which is the native asset of PancakeSwap. So once you have these Cake tokens, which Brian is doing right now, he's going to get about 4 of them. And then he can stake them into the liquidity pool himself so that other people can do the same thing that Brian's doing right now, and he'll earn the fee for providing that liquidity. So that's the incentive, right? It's like, why would you want to give tokens to a pool? It's because every time someone uses your liquidity that you're providing, you earn the transaction fee that's associated with that swap. And so the more liquidity you provide, the more you lock up, the more you stake in that pool, the more you will be earning.
And this is where you would add your cake to your MetaMask. It usually has a pop-up. Now, PancakeSwap has continued to just upgrade and make everything better for the users. And that's why I really like PancakeSwap, because all this stuff, like probably not even a month or 2 months ago, you had to do all this manually, and you had to kind of know what you were doing, and or else you can mess it up. And I lost quite a bit of BNB back a couple months ago because I didn't know that you had to set it up and you had to transfer it in Trust Wallet from BEP2 to BEP20 and then send it over. So it was a whole thing. Now it'll stop you from doing that.
Yeah, that is a tricky one. I was dealing with that earlier this morning. So I bought some BNB on my Binance.us account, and I wanted to send it over to PancakeSwap. But before I could do that, I need to transfer it from the BEP2 version of BNB to the Binance Smart Chain version of BNB. And the only way to do that I know of is through the Trust Wallet. So I had to send it before I could send it to my MetaMask to get onto PancakeSwap. I had to send it to my Trust Wallet, and that's like a 3 or 4 hour transfer time. So it still hasn't completed. Otherwise, I would have been able to show you guys how to do this. Luckily, Brian was a step ahead as usual. But yeah, so you have to send it to your Trust Wallet, then you can convert it to the Smart Chain version of Binance, and that's what you can send to your Binance Smart Chain MetaMask wallet that you can get active on PancakeSwap with. So that is the BEP20 version, the Binance Smart Chain version of BNB is what Brian just used to swap into Cake. And now are you staking it? What's going on?
Yeah,
I was 22% yield. Jeez,
Yeah.
that makes my Aave look like nothing.
Well, someone just asked, can you explain slippage? And I can do that pretty quickly and easily. And I know Ryan can as well. But slippage is pretty much, so most coins have, like on the Binance Smart Chain at least, most coins have a DeFi aspect where there's a percentage that's taxed, percentage that's burned, and percentage that gets redistributed. And it's SafeMoon didn't start it, but SafeMoon made it very popular, and a lot of people are now doing SafeMoon forks. And slippage, and now inside the smart contracts, you have to write in to make slippage unavoidable. So you have to have slippage no matter what, so that tax percentage gets taken out. But really, like SafeMoon's a 10% slippage, and so it has a 2% redistributing tax. It has a 5% tax on the whenever you buy or sell the coin. There's a 5% tax on it, and then there's a second 5% tax on it, and each one of those gets broken down. But slippage is the amount you're willing to pay so the tax gets taken out. So on SafeMoon, you would have to use 10%. You couldn't do 6%. You have to use 10% because that will guarantee that tax gets taken out of the token, and they're deflationary tokens. So that's kind of where that comes from. Ryan might be able to kind of break that down a little bit better than how I just did.
Think you did. I think you had a good explanation of it. Normally the slippage is usually 0.1% or 0.2% or less, and I think it's usually set at like 0.1%. That because normal tokens don't have a tax, so the only slippage on it is from like arbitrage and price movement. So it's only going to be usually a few cents.
Right.
So if you go in and you try and buy SafeMoon and your slippage is set at like 1%, it'll just give you an error because you need to have your slippage set at least 10% for it to transact.
Yeah, and I can even do another token to show you, to demonstrate slippage a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and confirm. I'm going to stake that 4 cake that I just had and go ahead and put it in there.
Yeah, so like Ryan said, normal tokens don't have these high rates of slippage. Normally, in most markets like the Forex market or the stock market, slippage is just sometimes there isn't enough liquidity at your purchase price. So you'll end up purchasing maybe half the position or like the tail end of your position at a little bit higher of a price. Just because there's not liquidity, the full liquidity at your desired purchase price. So that's what normal slippage is. But these coins have also built in additional slippage that they use to redistribute and add liquidity and do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm. And someone says that farms have a higher yield, 200% plus, and that is true. Those are just a little bit more risky than staking in pools. Pools is pretty much straightforward. You don't really have to worry about a farm rug pulling or a farm taking all their LP tokens and screwing everyone over. So the farms have a lot more risk, but that's why there's a lot higher of a reward. Staking is pretty straightforward. It's just like staking in Coinbase, where some of them auto stake while you hold it in your wallet. And then some coins like SafeMoon are these deflationary tokens that redistribute part of that slippage back to its holders. That's called auto staking, and those will you'll gain more and more tokens as you hold, because part of the fee when someone sells gets redistributed to every single holder who has some. And so those are it's a pretty cool concept, and it's very, very popular right now, and we don't know how much longer it's going to last, but it's very, very popular and widely used. Yep, that's all I got for it.
Yeah, Brian, you mentioned the risk of the coins, because I know a lot of these coins on like yield farming websites that have 200%, 1000%, even I've seen 1,000,000% on a yield farm before. Like you said, the biggest risk is with the coin in most circumstances, but there's also smart contract risk. So when you look at these smart contracts on PancakeSwap or Uniswap, most of them have multi-millions of dollars just staked in them. So if a hacker were to be able to breach the smart contract, they'd be able to steal all of those funds. So it's very unlikely that these smart contracts are hackable. But if you go onto a yield farming website that only has maybe $50,000 in the smart contract and it hasn't been audited and you don't know who makes it, there could be a hole in the contract and your funds could be hacked.
Yeah, and it's like the DeFi 100. We went over that a couple episodes ago, where they pretty much wrote into the contract, did flash loans, and it was supposed to be auto staking, but they pretty much took everyone's money and said, "F y'all, this is what we're gonna do, and you can't do anything about it." And so we'll go to the farms just real quick to show you what they are. But these are IFOs, which is just like a initial farm offering, which is like an IPO or IDO, direct listing kind of thing. I didn't participate in this one, so I guess there isn't one that we can see. Never mind. I thought we'd be able to at least see.
Instead of buying the token with these, what's it called again, IFO, are you providing liquidity on PancakeSwap, and that's how you purchase it?
Yeah. So yes, pretty much. The farm is kind of like the pools. I'll show you. So the farm is kind of like the pools, and it is liquidity. Yeah. And what you would do is you would add people buy into the pool, which will raise or buy into the farm, which would raise the price of the LP tokens, and so on and so forth. It's just another yield farming is what it is. Yeah.
Gotcha. So we only have 12 minutes left. You guys want to do Moon or Bust now?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, awesome. This was super cool. I know even I learned something. If you guys learned something, make sure you smash the like button. We have 175 people in here right now, but only 29 likes. Come on, guys. We can get that number up a lot. We just provided so much value to you guys. We know a lot of you. We can see the comments. You guys are active DeFi users. We love to see this. But there's a lot of you, I'm sure, that have no clue about whatever, all the stuff that's going on here. And we have showed you how to get into it. We also have a DeFi 101 pack that is, if this was a little bit too advanced, we have a DeFi 101 playlist on the Benzinga Crypto YouTube channel where you can figure out how to get from cash into crypto, from crypto to MetaMask, and then from MetaMask into Uniswap. It's a 3-part video series that I made, so make sure you check that out. And make sure you smash the like button so other people can find this content that need it and want to learn and become part of this DeFi community, because we know that the more money that's locked up in DeFi, the more it's all worth, obviously. So if you want your coins to go up, then make sure you are smashing the like so other people can find it and get into these products with us. But without further ado, we only have 10 minutes left, so we are going to do Moon or Bust. Let's get it. Alrighty, you know the drill. This is Moon or Bust, your shitcoin segment. So drop all your shitcoins in the chat, drop the tickers, and we will be pulling them up on CoinMarketCap and showing you guys how we approach new cryptocurrencies, how we look at these new projects, and we will be giving them a Moon or Bust rating. The 3 of us will each give our own individual rating, and then the 2/3 majority vote will determine whether the coin is a moon or bust. So let's get some tickers in the chat, and I will add my screen so we can start looking at them. Are you guys looking at seeing anything in the chat, seeing anything sticking out?
I don't think we have any coins posted today.
No coin. Come on, guys. Let's see.
Hex.
What do you?
Hex is.
Oh, we got Hex. All right, cool. John G, master of coin. John G is a big Hex guy. He has been telling me about Hex for a while now, and I should have listened because its price is going way up. They're doing some crazy new chain that I couldn't even tell you all the details, and I won't pretend like I know, but it has seen an all-time high this week, looks like.
Yeah, we have to get John G on the show. We do
have to get John G on the show.
But I think he forgets or we forget. But yeah, we definitely have to have him on soon.
So Hex hit a new all-time high today. That is craziness. I had no clue.
I wish I was in on this too. Golly.
Right?
I do know about Hex. Hex is supposed to be like the next ADA, Ethereum, Polygon, all that. It's supposed to be the bee's knees.
Right. Okay. So Hex, here's the coin market cap, the 201st biggest coin. Here's the chart right here. We see maybe its all-time high was over here, but it looks like it could have been today. Anyways, the 7-day, the 1 month is looking very bullish. I know there's some crazy news coming out. They're launching their own new chain. I'm not an expert on this. We cannot know every single coin there is when there are thousands and thousands. But this segment is just to show you how we approach coins, just how we look at them and how we determine whether they are worth putting a little bit of money into. These are all very speculative, especially at this range. So we want you guys to be careful with your money and to not throw it all away on some shit coin that's going to get rug pulled. So here we have some swapping. This looks like a
I'm gonna buy some right now. Maybe I should wait until it's not the all-time high, actually.
Don't want to miss out on that, on the big run-up. But yeah, so I think Hex is like a staking token, right? Let's see, it's ERC20, but not for very much longer. They're making their own chain, and they're copying everything over. Yeah, it allows a user to stake their Hex coins for a share of the new Hex coin. I mean, so from the time that John showed this to me, I was a little bit unsure. I didn't know a whole lot about it, but it just looks kind of scammy. But apparently it's not. Ryan, do you know anything about this coin? Do you have anything that you want to add?
I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical on it. I don't know a ton about Hex, but I do see Hex on crypto Twitter, and I see people relating it to Ripple and a couple other coins that, like, on paper they look really good, but like in reality they may not be as good as they say. And there have been a couple red flags I've seen with Hex. For example, like the new Hex, you can get a token multiplier by burning your tokens, which I think that's a little bit of a red flag because you really don't know how much it would be worth. And if you're multiplying your tokens, I mean, that really depends on the market, right? Like how much other people are multiplying their tokens for the new one. And I just don't know if the economics are all there for that. The other red flag I saw on their website was they're advertising 40% APY a year. And I know Hex is a relatively new coin, and most of the places that don't guarantee a interest rate over a year, right? Because all these programs are so new, you really have no clue how much interest you'll be earning over the span of a year. Some of them are relatively stable, like on Aave, and those are usually around 10%. So, I mean, 40% is high. It's nothing crazy, but to say that you'll make it over a year, like right on the front page with certainty like that, that might be a little bit of a red flag for me.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to have John G on to give us a final verdict on this one, but I'm gonna be cautious on this one. I think I'm gonna, you know what? I'm probably gonna get some hate for this one, but I'm okay with that. I'm gonna give Hex a bust. Oof. Not saying there's not money to be made. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's not money to be made. This coin might 20x, and I'll have to eat my words. But it's a little bit above my risk tolerance. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I see the longevity in this coin. It has a whole lot of popularity and a whole lot of people all about it, and it is kind of a newer kid on the block. But I really think that it has a lot going for it. I mean, you can see where all the ads, like on their website. If you scroll down on their website, they show you where all their ads are. Keep going. And they're kind of everywhere. And it's not like how I'm sure soon. I mean, it looks like they're in London. That's like where they're headquartered. But without knowing a whole lot, without knowing the details of the company, I like the chart. I like what the tokenomics of it are. I like what the platform is all about. I'm going to give it a moon. I see where you're coming from, though. I think that this one has some long-term potential. I'm actually going to buy some myself right now.
Logan, it looks like there might be a discrepancy in market cap on the website versus coin market cap.
Yes, there is.
So that says 11 billion there.
Here, and it says, what, 40 billion over here? Just about 40 billion over here. I wonder what that could be.
Okay, so there's 61 billion staked hex. They're not telling us how much the maximum supply is there. How much is the supply on CoinMarketCap? 173?
Yeah, 173 billion, but it has no max supply.
Okay. All right, yeah, I mean, a lot of websites do have discrepancies with CoinMarketCap just because it is hard to track, especially when there's staking involved and DeFi involved. So
right,
I mean, that's probably just a discrepancy because they couldn't get the right information.
Well, this is by Nomics too. This their market cap's by Nomics. It's not by CoinMarketCap. So they could both be looking at two different things. Nomics, I personally think Nomics is a little bit more ahead when it comes to being up to date and reliable token information, because Nomics has a little bit more of a vetting process and they use their own nodes. In CoinMarketCap, you submit it and then they verify it, as opposed to them actually pulling the data. So it's just done a little bit differently. But I see what you mean, and that is kind of, you either take it as a negative or you take it as it is what it is kind of thing, and try to figure out what the true answer is.
Okay, to wrap up Hex, guys, I'm going to give it a moon too. I don't know if you'd be surprised about that. I pointed out the red flags, but I like the chart. The chart looks bullish in my opinion, and they do have a really good community behind them. I mean, I compared them to Ripple a little bit, but just because crypto Twitter compares them to Ripple. But if you guys remember back in 2017, if you were around, Ripple shot up like crazy, especially towards the end of the bull market. It went from like 30 cents to $3.50. So just because there may be red flags and just because maybe it doesn't work out in reality, even though it looks good on paper, that doesn't mean the price can't go up. And I really don't know a ton about Hex, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, but I'm giving it a moon. So the verdict is a moon because we got 2 out of 3.
Alrighty.
Well, I bought 388 worth for $14 gas fee. I do not buy a lot of ERC20 tokens. I mainly stick to Binance Smart Chain, but I like this one, and I like the idea of buying it online live. So I might be just wasting money, but it's for y'all. It's for all of y'all.
For Zinger Nation, you heard it here first. Hex is a certified moon, despite what I had to say about it. And we are running out of time. We only have 60 seconds left, so let's speed run. Matic, we talked about this a billion times. Moon. Let's see. Amp, have we talked about this?
We have Ampleforth.
Oh, Ampleforth. Yeah.
Is that or is that Amp? I don't know which one.
If it's Ampleforth, it's a moon.
Moon.
GRT, another moon.
Moon.
All day mooning.
Alrighty, so
man to go.
We just squeezed in 3 extra coins in like 30 seconds, and now we have to wrap it up. Rohan is coming in the room to kick me out. So thank you guys all so much for watching today. We loved having you on. We loved this interaction. It was a great episode. At least I think so. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We provided a ton of value, and make sure you subscribe to the Benzinga Crypto YouTube channel, where you can find clips of all the segments you missed today and all the previous episodes that we've done, so you can continue to stay up to date on what's going on here. So Zinger Nation, we love you. My name is Logan Ross, co-hosted by Brian Moir and Ryan McNamara. We are signing out.
Give us tweets.